everyone, it's Lisa here. In this tutorial for Photoshop users, I'll show you how to combine the seamless canvases with the Pattern Design Toolkit and how to create larger canvases for big illustration projects. So let's dive in. Just a quick note up front. The seamless canvases come with a handy guide that includes extra tips and some suggested workflows for getting the most out of your canvases. So be sure to have a look through the guide. There are two ways you can combine the seamless canvases with the Pattern Design Toolkit, and it depends on the way you prefer to work. So with method 1, this is the quickest option and works especially well if you've already completed your repeating pattern. It's also perfect for revisiting older designs and experimenting with different texture combinations to create a whole new look. To use the textures, you can simply paste your square repeating tile into the seamless canvas and then just scale it down to match the size and save that file as your new repeating tile. Method 2, on the other hand, combines the Pattern Design Toolkit templates with a seamless canvas from the start. This is a method I'll be showing you today, and with this method it means you'll be working directly with the texture effects from the beginning, so that makes it much easier to assess color, contrast and the overall look of your artwork as it develops. The first thing we need to do is prepare the Pattern Design Toolkit document by resizing the artboard to accommodate the seamless canvas textures. So with your chosen pattern template open, go to Image, then Image Size. Then make sure that Resample is on. Scale down the template to 5600 pixels by 5600 pixels as your new amount, then confirm the change. Now that the Pattern Design Toolkit template is prepared, we can import the seamless canvas textures. So open up your chosen seamless canvas and select the Canvas Effects group in the Layers panel. From the Layers panel flyout menu, choose Duplicate Group. In the pop-up menu, we're going to choose under Destination your pattern template document from the drop-down menu. Now switch over to your pattern template document and locate the new layer group in your Layers panel. Your new group will paste above the layer you selected last. With the new Canvas Effects group selected, use the Move tool to reposition the textures in the center of the document. You need to make sure that this placement is 100% accurate, and I suggest zooming in and using the guides to assist you. Your canvas is now ready for creating. Simply follow the normal Pattern Design Toolkit workflow to build your repeating pattern. And then once it's completed, you can crop as usual and test. I just wanted to mention an important note that the Canvas Effects group remains above your artwork throughout the entire process. And unlike the pattern motifs that need to be repeated, the texture layers are already in repeat, so it's not necessary to step and repeat this group at any stage. The great thing about these seamless canvases is that it gives you the freedom to work beyond their original 4000 pixel size. Because every texture is seamless, you can essentially build larger canvases by simply duplicating the texture layers and extending them side by side. For example, duplicating the canvas once horizontally and then once vertically creates an 8000 by 8000 pixel canvas, which is super large, and you can continue expanding it even further if your project requires an even larger working area. In this example, I'm going to show you how to create a canvas that's double the width, giving you a landscape format. But you could use the exact same process to create a portrait or square canvas instead. Our first step is to resize the canvas before duplicating our texture. So to do that, go to Image, Canvas Size, And now we need to set the anchor point to control where Photoshop adds the extra canvas area. For example, if you're creating a landscape canvas like I am, place the anchor point on the left so that the canvas expands to the right. If you're creating a portrait canvas, position the anchor point at the top center so that the canvas expands downwards, and then to create a square 8000 by 8000 pixel canvas, place the anchor point in the top left hand corner so that the canvas expands to the right and down. Enter the new size to double the width or height of your canvas to 8000 pixels, then tap OK to confirm the changes. Before duplicating the texture layers to repeat the texture, we'll first need to temporarily reset their opacity and take note of their blend modes. You only need to do this if you plan to merge the duplicate texture layers later, which I highly recommend to keep your layer structure tidy. The reason we're doing this is when merging, Photoshop will automatically bake in the layer effects during the merge. So this means that any opacity values will be reset to 100% and all the blend modes will revert to normal. So to preserve the original texture, I'm going to go ahead and change the opacity of all the layers to 100% and take note of the blend modes. You can either take a screenshot of the layers panel or just jot down those figures before you make any changes. Our next step is to duplicate the texture group. From the panel menu, choose Duplicate Group to make a copy of all the textures. And with the entire duplicate group selected, use the Move tool to move the duplicate texture group into the newly created empty section of the canvas. Be sure to snap the textures perfectly into position so that you're creating one continuous seamless surface. As mentioned earlier, rather than keeping two separate canvas effects groups, I prefer merging each pair of matching texture layers together. This will keep the layers panel more manageable. So to do this, select the first texture layer, then hold down Command if you have a Mac or Control on Windows on your keyboard, and then select its matching layer in the duplicate group to select both. Under the Layers panel flyout menu, you're going to choose Merge Layers. And then repeat this process for each corresponding texture layer until only one clean canvas effect group remains. Next, we need to reset the blend modes and opacity. So you may have noticed that the merging has reset the blend modes back to normal. Now we just need to work our way through all the texture layers to restore the opacity and blend modes. And then once you've finished working through all the layers, go ahead and lock this canvas effects group just so that you don't accidentally paint on the texture layers. And that's it. You now have a newly built canvas ready for drawing. You can either keep expanding the textures for even larger canvases, or crop the canvas down to the size that you need, or you can even keep it in seamless repeat for larger seamless designs. I hope that was helpful. Thanks for watching and happy creating!